Hi everyone. Hi Emily. Uh,
Oh,
Thank you so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate your willingness to share your journey with Femina Flow from Fight to Flow. Tell us more about yourself. Who are you? What background?
so my name is Emily, and I am a menstrual health and feminine embodiment coach. I've been in this space for probably almost 2 years, but qualified officially for like the last year. So I'm still very new, very much in startup. And yeah, I have a business, Femme Collective, all about menstrual health education, which started a little bit sooner than my coaching kind of career did. But yeah, that's a little bit about me and my background and what I do.
Right. What were your challenges before joining the program?
I feel like before joining the program, I definitely felt like there was something stuck emotions. I felt like I maybe, as a coach, needed an outlet to allow me to like go to that next level. And I was really like struggling to kind of, I guess, navigate that. It's very difficult on your own as well. And also at the stage that I'm in, it's only been a year and it's still very early on. But not only in like my career, but my personal life as well. Like there was a lot of, I want to say like the feeling is like stuck and just stuck emotions that needed space to be released. Um, and I had done breath work before, but not to like this depth and this like deep alignment. I'd done it a few times before in the past, and so obviously being in the health like space as well and in holistic healing, this is something that's super important to me. And it's so important, I think, as a coach to also have a coach and work through all of those things. And I knew it was just time for me to, I guess, level up and like step into the next version of myself. And I knew to do that, I was going to have to, yeah, be brave and like let go of whatever was holding me back. And so they were kind of my challenges and struggles. Lots of there was so many different parts to it: personal, friendships, family, career. But yeah, it was there was an overall sense. So it was came across at the perfect timing for me. I was ready.
Yeah, you were ready for sure. Yeah. I love what you're saying that, especially if you're a coach, like everyone needs support, but if you're a coach, you can't figure it all out by yourself, no matter how much you want, but you need support for yourself as well.
For sure.
Yeah. Were there, like, what was the one limiting belief that, yeah, was just overwhelming, was holding you back, and now you feel like, oh, it's released?
I feel like there was this sense of like not feeling ready
Yeah.
to like be that person. And I feel like since this starting this journey, like that feeling of feeling ready and what that actually means, I feel like I've really overcome that. And at the start I definitely had that energy, and now it's definitely that limiting belief is like slowly crumbled. And I really do feel like I'm not in this whole like, I think we often are like becoming, and I just feel like I am already to what I was, and I've really just trusted in that and like gone with it. And I think there's been times like that I've done things recently and I've felt so much more like in alignment and ready than I have done in the past. And yeah, it's there's been so many changes, so much transition, even limiting beliefs like against like my money mindset. And I just guess like, I mean, my abundance in all areas of my life, I feel like there was something holding me back, and I feel like we've really squashed those beliefs going forward. Like now I think I'm, you are ready, girl, of course you are. But back then you're just like, I remember I looked in my journal and it was all like, I feel stuck, like I'm not ready, like I don't know why I feel like this. And yeah, now my journal doesn't say that anymore.
Yeah, that feeling I'm not ready, or I'm not good enough, it really comes from that disconnection from yourself, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
to,
And what was surprising for you during the whole process, if anything?
I feel like so much, so much happened to me. from the start of the process, I didn't know what I was expecting. Like, I was expecting for transformation because I've done this type of work before and I've experienced transformation in a short amount of time. But this, like, to go on such deep work, I was like, I don't know what I expected, but I knew it would be good. And like, I think something that surprised me is like all of the things that have aligned in like connection to the work that I've been like releasing and letting go of. And so a lot of big events have happened in my life, whether it's to do with like connections with other people, also like my environment. So like midway through our process, like I was evicted out of like my home that I've lived in for the last 4 years. But now looking back and like looking at it, it was all like in such alignment with what I was asking for and what I was releasing because, I was ready to level up and so much in connection, even though in the moment it was something that we worked through, like that deep belonging, like that safety blanket. So it was so surprising to me how like I was doing the work internally, but like externally, the things were matching what I was doing. They might not, it was quite scary because they kind of come in like these big scary waves, and you're like, whoa, I'm not ready. But you're like, no, you are, you've been doing the work, and your internal is now like trying to match your external. So I feel like I'm honestly now evolving to what like my internal is now saying, like my life is now evolving. So that was definitely surprising to me because it was so like perfect. Now looking back, so yeah.
Well, that's why I'm saying you were definitely ready because your external world was adjusting immediately, like in real
Yes.
time while we did that work, and most of the time it takes some time, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. Like it was pretty much immediately. Like I think it must have been like week 2 or 3, and like loads of big shifts were happening, and I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
it's happening. So
And
because the shift was so immediate, it felt so like there was so much going on because it was like going. But
right.
yeah, amazing.
Yeah, that's why you were just ready. That's it, right?
Hmm.
And how do you feel right now?
Right now, I feel really good. There's a lot of like kind of, I guess, catching up. And I feel like sometimes I feel like you've gone through a bit of, I guess, it's been a whirlwind, but like such in a good way because this is what I was ready for. And like, I just feel so, so grateful because I knew that I was ready to kind of level up. It was time. Like, my external it wasn't matching and I needed to go. And so yeah, I just feel really grateful. And I feel like I've released so much, and all of the learning, not only from the releasing, but like all of the learnings and teachings that you've taught me, like even just, I was thinking about this the other day, but like the word ego is such, like, comes to my mind because you've taught me so much about that. And like that was something I didn't expect because I was going into this like trying to release stuck emotions, but everything that's come with it has been like, honestly, just I'm just incredibly grateful for it because now I'm so aware, and it's really allowing me to like become, an even better coach and an even better person. And I think, yeah, the word ego, which I feel like we touched on quite a lot, and you allowed me to get more in, like, aware of it. It crops up so much now in my life where I'm like looking at other people and like how they work, and I'm like, wow, it's the way that it like infiltrates our lives. And I didn't really, I it wasn't something that it was like I was super aware about before, but yeah, I feel like that's been an incredible teaching. So yeah, I feel very blessed for the whole experience, but also like I've learned so much more than I expected, especially as a coach. Like it's amazing because you're constantly evolving as a coach, and to have those lessons is just, yeah, it's brilliant, and I can't wait to like take that into my practice and help other people and continue to grow as a person as well. But yeah.
I love it. And is there anything you could advise a person who wants change, right, but hesitates and isn't unsure that if this program, this process will help them? What would you
Yeah,
advise?
I would say if you are like slightly on the fence, just to go for it because really, like, I think we hold ourselves back because it feels uncomfortable, and I've definitely done that in the past. But you have like no idea like how much and how beneficial this is. And anytime you step into this work, like you never look back at it and go, oh gosh, I wish I never did that. Like you never do that. It's never going to happen. You will look back and be like, I wish I did that sooner. Why didn't I do that before? And so I always look at these experiences like I like I wish I had just like gone for it sooner. And because that inner work, it's like it's more, you gain so much more out of it than anything in your life. Just like the way you feel that like inner work glow, like externally to the
Right.
it's next level. And yeah, I think if you're thinking about it, to just go for it, you will absolutely you will never look back and regret any decision when it comes to that work. And it's so important, it really is. And you are also such a great container, you're such a safe space. Like I felt so comfortable in your presence, like every part about it, I just felt so comfortable to release and be myself and go through the journey with you. And that's really special because, you know, finding the right person is really important too. So I'm really, yeah, grateful, and anyone should really go for it if they've been thinking about it, for sure.
Girl, I'm super grateful for you as well, and it was such a privilege to witness your transformation.
Thank you.
And yeah, I just love it all, you know.
It's
So
so
yeah,
good.
so thank you for like for receiving my guidance and everything. I always say that like you really need to be open to receive someone else's guidance, otherwise you're just blocked. So thank you for that.
Yeah. Oh,
And thank you.
honestly,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing your story with us.
Oh.